What is up, guys? I was thinking, like, maybe I should do another series, and then something popped up into my mind. Like, I think I want to try something new. So, I'm gonna try this thing called Time of My Life, and it's gonna be a long series about me telling you stories about things that have happened in my life, followed by gameplay in the background. So, hope this works. Mortal Kombat, playing as Kano, doing a little test your luck here, and I think I died this first time. But I'm not going to be talking about the game that much. I just want to tell a story. So, nothing really happened when I was little, except for like first grade maybe, when I was 6. Went to this horrible school named, I'm not going to name it. I don't think I'll name it. But, yeah, I went to this horrible school. And me being a little kid I was just like so little and innocent, and, you know, people used to pick on me a lot. So, going to the school, like, people would ask me, can I try a wrestling move on you? And I would be like, sure, because I'm trying to be nice, and then I'd end up getting beat up. But that's not the point. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this, I kind of wanted to combine this with vlogs, because I was thinking about people doing, like, what are those things with the dry erase boards and the markers? I don't forget what they're called. But yeah, this isn't gonna be like that. This is gonna be like a weekly thing, like the vlogs, except I tell a story. So back to the story. It was one day in first grade when I was in my first grade class, and we were just having class, and then it's time for recess, right? So I didn't have any friends in like first grade. I was like really smart, but I was super annoying, which I think that's toned down a little, but you know, others might say different. But yeah, back to class. So it was this one day in class, and we were lining up to go eat lunch and then go to recess, and out of nowhere my teacher gets like super angry at me. She's like, get in line, Orlando. I'm like, I'm in line. She's like, you better pay attention. You better do what you're supposed to do. I'm like, oh yeah, right. The gotchas. Because there were these little things called gotchas, which if you do the right thing, you get rewarded a gotcha. So I was like, oh, I want some gotchas, because if you get enough gotchas, you can get like a prize or something. It was stupid. But I was like, oh yeah, I want a gotcha. So I was like, oh yeah, right. And she took it wrong. So she's like, "Oh yeah, right. So you're trying to talk smart to me?" I'm like, "No, I wasn't saying it like that." She's like, "No, I see what you mean. You're coming with me. I'm gonna write you up." And like, when you get a write up, it's really bad when you're little, because like nobody really cares about that when you're older. But like, it's really bad when you're little, because you gotta take this form back home, and your parents are like, why'd you get written up? What'd you do wrong?" And like, I used to get into a lot of fights because people found me like really small and scrawny, and like didn't think I'd fight them. So like, I got into a lot of fights basically in like first grade, like elementary school in general. Wow. And don't even get me started on how many elementary schools I've been to. But yeah, that's another story. Um, so back to the little incident with the gotcha thing. So she took me to the office, and she said I was talking smart to her, which I think if that was a girl it wouldn't have mattered. But anyways, she was like really angry at me, so she wrote me up, and I came home, and my parents completely understood, which of course is my parents, they're gonna understand. So that turned into a huge incident. But since that's short, that's short. Since that story is short, I guess I'll tell another story. One day, this is about the wrestling moves. Like, one day I was coming, my dad would drop me, I cannot talk, I'm sorry. My dad was dropping me off at school, and basically, he like circled the block, and these kids like had me cornered by the school. Like, they were trying to try wrestling moves out on me, and I don't know what I was thinking or why I would let them do that, but, you know, I was young, so I don't know what I was thinking. But basically there was like four of them. There was like four dudes, and they were trying to like try wrestling moves out of me, and I was sitting there letting them. So my dad like circles the block to see if I'm actually in school, like safety reasons, parents, you know. Good thing he did though, because he saw me like getting like cornered, like getting beat up basically, and he wasn't too happy about that. So we had a little talk with the principal. But actually, all of my first grade like elementary school stories are really short, except this one. And this is like a deluxe edition video because I'm telling you three stories in one, or maybe even more. You never know. So yeah, I might tell like one more. So nah, I actually still think was a really bad idea. Bad idea. I'm actually surprised I still remember it though. I have a horrible memory. But there was one day in first grade, this girl was like bothering me, and she like, kept on hitting me, and I didn't know what that meant. So, and we all know what that means now. But I took it to offense, and I was like, I was getting sick and tired of people just hitting me and pushing me around. So I kind of hit her in the mouth, and it was a girl. So I kind of crisped around her, and it wasn't a good idea. Now that I think about it. So, of course, I got in trouble for that. But her parents didn't get that angry. I guess they really didn't care. But I regret doing that. I'm not supposed to hit a girl. Like, unless she has like a gun to me, like about to shoot me in the face, then I hit a girl. But that's the only reason I would probably hit a girl. But let's see. Let's see if I remember anything else from my first grade year. All I know is that I got into a lot of fights, and I was like really small, and but I finished with all threes and fours. So I was that smart kid, but I was like a nerd. I was like I was smart, but I was scrawny, and like people used to always like beat me up. Just like this guy named Shang Tsung, whoever I'm fighting right now, he's like killing me. But back to the stories. So there was this room in my first grade class, and my teacher was like, if you ever need to vent, just come in here and like just beat up this pillow in the corner of the room. So I was just getting like super fed up with the school. I already asked my mom like to get me out of that school like 5 times. She was like, just finish out the school year. I don't think it's that bad, but it was horrible. So like I would say hi to people and they would just be like, don't talk to me, which still happens, but it's only like these girls in my school. And that's a different story. That's like episode 10 of the series. Well, that was a nice kick. But anyways, what was I saying? I think I was talking about the pillow. So one day I came into the room and the teacher wasn't in there, but I just needed to vent. So apparently like a couple of people were following me. But I think I had a few friends. Like I think I had like two friends, but they weren't like true friends. They were like classroom friends, if you know what I mean. But like they followed me in there, and I was just like super angry because like, well, I mean like if you can understand what I was going through, then you would be really angry too. But I walked in there and like I just like threw the pillow like into the ceiling, like you know the ceilings with the square tiles at the top that pop out. Like I just got super angry and I just threw a pillow and it like hit the tile, popped it out, and then kind of broke the ceiling a little. But yeah, that's all I remember from my first grade year. But I'll have more stories because oh, I got a lot of stories. I'm like an old man with all these stories I got. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. And yeah, I'll be posting this. I'll post this actually right after I'm done. So it'll be like up 12 o'clock today. So yeah, subscribe if you're a newcomer, and thanks for watching.